Hi everyone, Lamisha here from LamishaSerf-Walls.com, and today I'm bringing you another Mindset Monday tip of the day. Now this is a tip that I've talked about before, but it is coming up a lot in my tribe and a lot of my client calls, and so I felt like it was really important to revisit this and maybe even revisit it a couple more times because it's so incredibly important, okay? So as you know, I am a huge supporter of doing mindset work on a consistent basis. I've run mindset challenges. I've created a guidebook to help you with that. I have a cheat sheet to create your own mindset practice. And I fully support the idea of doing consistent mindset work. I think it's incredibly important. And if you don't have that, what are you waiting for? You really need one, right? But even more importantly than just that practice, there's something else that you should be doing between your practices, between whether you're doing journaling at the beginning of your day and meditation at night or vice versa, that there are some things that you can be doing in that in-between space that is going to make a huge difference in your life. So most of us do our mindset work at the beginning of the day, feel really good, meditate, journal, do whatever it is that's going to kind of set you on the right foot. And then you go into your regular life. You go into work, you deal with your spouse, you pay your bills, you deal with your kids, you do all of those things. And a lot of times we forget that mindset work that we just did. We forget the peace that we just felt, right? We forget the abundant thoughts that we just projected and ingrained within ourselves. And a lot of times we end up triggered by all of the things that are happening around us. And we don't stop in that moment to make a different choice, to tell a different story, to choose a different thought that is going to support you moving forward versus keep you in that cycle you've been in. So I'm going to give you a really good example that I think is going to help drive home this point, right? So say for instance, you're focusing on finances and you are doing your mantras, you're doing your affirmations, you're doing your journaling, you're writing all about this amazing, magnificent, abundant life. You've got your vision board, maybe you've got it on Pinterest or you have one in your office or in your space. And you really feel it. You're just like spewing this energy of abundance. And then you move into your daily life and you get an unexpected bill in the mail and a payment, got mixed up or something happens financially or you sit down to pay your bills and then you start feeling that feeling that you know so well, the feeling of lack, the feeling of, is this going to be enough? Your thoughts start going to, how am I going to take care of this? How am I going to pay this and take care of my family? How am I going to pay this and take care of gifts for the holidays? How am I going to do this without going further into debt? Now, all of those thoughts are basically a reaction. It's a habit. It's something that you have been accustomed to thinking and feeling. And those habits happen just automatically. You're on autopilot. You don't even realize that those thoughts are happening. Until you start doing this work consistently and you can become aware of what you're thinking, you can become aware of how you're feeling because that's the indication that something is off, right? You feel yuck, you feel bad about it. Then you have a choice. And this is one of the most powerful mindset tools that you can have. And if you do this, and even if you do this just once or twice a day with one or two things that happen, you are going to see some really amazing shifts happening in your life. So in those moments when you feel triggered by money or, someone says something to you and it causes you to go down sort of that rabbit hole of thought that gets you stuck, then I want you to stop for a moment and ask yourself, how can I choose differently in this moment? I know what lies in that rabbit hole because I've been there 50,000 times. I know that I'm going to think lackful thoughts. I know I'm going to think that there's not enough. And I'm going to get myself into a stressful place, a worried place, a feeling of lack. And it's just going to spiral and spiral and spiral, right? So how can you stop yourself and choose to think differently? And what I mean by that is to stop yourself in that moment and say, okay, I identify that I feel worried. I identify that I feel frustrated or, sad or upset. But I'm going to choose to tell a different story. I'm going to choose to believe that abundance is on the way. I'm going to choose to believe that I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know how this is going to get paid, but it's going to work out. I'm going to choose to step out on faith intentionally, knowing that I am abundant and I am prosperous and I am enough and I am, healthy and energized and that everything is working out for me. Because when you choose a different story, remember that gets sent out as a beacon and magnetized back to you in your reality. So one of the magical pieces of this mindset work is, yes, it is about the consistent things that you're thinking and feeling. But remember, you're always putting energy out into the world. And so if you're only doing your mindset work at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day, and you're kind of letting your thoughts run rampant in between, and you're not really aware of how you're thinking and feeling, and you're not choosing differently, then it's going to take you a lot longer to start shifting your reality. So today I want you to really think about this, and I want you to tune in and set the intention that today you are going to choose differently. That in any small way, whether it's choosing some different food that you're going to eat, choosing to take a walk, choosing to go to bed sooner, right? Choosing to believe in the abundance of who you are, any kind of different choice is going to lead to a different result. Not only is it going to lead to a different result in your reality, right? But energetically and in your mindset, it's going to create huge shifts for you in a good way, in the ways that you're really wanting to shift things. So today I want you to become more aware of what's happening in between your mindset time and choose differently, because it's going to power up your intentions and it's going to create the reality that you truly want much faster than you ever believed possible. Okay? Now, I also wanted to remind you very quickly that today is the last day to purchase those single sessions. If you are struggling with mindset, if you're struggling with money mindset, if you're struggling with getting clarity about where you're going and where you're headed and what you really want to do, these sessions are going to be gold for you. Now, I have reduced the rate for them, so they are $77 a piece for a 45-minute session, and you can buy up to 4 that you can use between now and the end of January. So you've got plenty of time to use them. You've got plenty of time to really start making some changes. And I'm not going to bring these back. So jump in where you can. I've been getting lots of questions about them. So if you do have a question, feel free to reach out, shoot me an email and let me know. Okay, I've posted the link below. You can respond back to this email and let me know if you have any and all questions. Feel free to send them my way. But remember, even if you don't take advantage of this opportunity, and I really hope that you do, choose differently today. Choose a different thought, choose a different reaction, choose a different story, and I promise your future is going to shift in amazing, amazing ways. That was my mindset tip for you today. I hope you guys are having a great Monday and a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.